Are we matching right now, bro?
Oh, are you wearing the black Manifest Abundance shirt too?
No.
Is he? Yeah.
Oh, all right. Property box. Like, you ever like do a thing where like people, because I've ran this by people and they're always like, "Ew." I'm like, that's you're never curious as a kid, like, what does it taste like?
So this is proper Ebonics, and we're starting off with Kirk telling us about how he drinks his own pee.
No, no,
So
I drank. I don't drink my own, not pee. Um,
no,
no,
no, I haven't. I've never wanted to see my pee taste like. So
really,
what
no
were you thinking?
curiosity. I was like maybe six, and like in they had like the candy lifesavers, not the mints. They'd come in those little plastic containers, those tubs. And I remember once urinating in it, just a little bit, and just stick my tongue in. And it was disgusting. I just it's like, ew, this is I see why people don't do this regularly. But I now know that though, instead of just like going off people's theories.
What did it taste like?
It was like a dark bitter. It was very bitter. It tastes like just dirty water. Maybe I was drinking something wrong the day before. Maybe it depends if I was drinking pineapple juice, it would be a different situation. It'd be a different Kirk, but yeah, no, it was a bad batch of pee that day.
You were drinking beer all night, and then it tastes like
I want to
dirty
note.
water.
I'd like to note I was 6 years old. This is not an adult Kirk endeavor. I was very young, and yeah, it did taste very much like if warm beer that is flat and has been contaminated with sewer water. I'd say that is pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's kind of what it smells like, especially when you're six. So nothing about that makes me want to taste it. So
Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend it.
yeah, that's not something that we want to suggest today.
No, I
proper,
mean, just
not
I
a
don't
proper
know.
suggestion.
Not probably. We'll see, but like, no, that's not one. But yeah, Bruce Sprout. I'm not drinking pee. I'm drinking blended banana, celery, apple, carrot, a dab of lime juice, and what was the other thing I put in there? Oh, protein milk.
Oh,
Thought I
that's
could
good.
throw that in there. Figure that out. Yeah.
You that's a really healthy breakfast you have there. What do you think about being a bodybuilder or something? What's going on?
Yeah,
Trying,
yeah.
trying to
No,
live better?
yeah, a little bit. It also just like a quick one. It's also like laziness of like, oh, this is the quickest breakfast I could do.
Yeah.
Just throw it all in a blender. So yeah, I have leftovers, but they're Jamaican food. So I'm gonna hold up. That's gonna be lunch. It's gonna be lunch.
Yeah, yeah. No, listen, I dig the healthy stuff, man. So I'm good to see that. It was going to do is going to clear up your pores, make your skin shine. You know what I'm saying? People
Damn.
always want to know people's skincare regimen. The real skincare regimen is eating healthy. That's what.
Mm, that
Yeah.
and cold water on your face. That's what my Jamaican neighbor told me yesterday. He was like, I'm not gonna blow up a spot. He was one that he makes Jamaican food every week and or every other week and sends out a menu. And he was giving me the food and he was like, oh yeah, I know a bunch of different things about like, how to cure different alignments and like, skin care. First thing is using cold water. So that's what I did last night. Splash some cold
Interesting.
water on my face.
He just drinks soda 24/7, just like all these bumps just need some cold water.
It's all I need right there. No longer proactive. Pro
Yeah.
water. That's what I
So look, I have a fear of buying food or platters just from people's homes because when I was growing up, we had a ton of mice and roaches.
Oh, I
So like I
see.
always picture like other people's kitchens. Like, how many roaches you got? You got roaches next to your rice? You know?
I hope this is a roach-free meal. If there's roaches there, I've been dibbling in some roaches. I've been getting some roaches all of my oxtail. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
roaches. Turns out they aren't so bad. They add an element of crunch.
Look, I'm not going to even lie to you, Kirk. I I ain't never had pee, but I'm pretty sure I had a roach. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Look,
Wait, by like experiment?
Look, no, look. We used to. When I tell you, we had hella roaches when I was growing. Like at my mom's house, we had so many. Yo, we had flying roaches.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know
I
what I'm
never seen that
saying?
in America. That's disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, we had African hissing cockroaches in West Philadelphia. Okay,
Ugh. That makes me cringe. Ugh.
yo, I'll never forget one time. I was probably like 10 years old, and I had a birthday party, had a sleepover, and I always wanted to have a sleepover, but I didn't want my friends to know how many roaches I had, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm just gonna have a sleepover, and to this day, I regret it.
Really?
I forget it. We were like eating breakfast on like the dining room table, and so were the roaches. Like it was just like
Oh man.
it was so bad, man.
It's a testament to how much fun you were having the night before. The roaches wanted to come out. So this sounds like a nice old time.
Look,
Gangs
it
up
was
to
so it was bad, man. Like it was embarrassing. You ever see that? You ever had that kid that's in school that like or that people thought were like dirty? Like people didn't think I was dirty, right? But listen, but one time, like I'm
you
pretty
just have
sure
roach parties. That's it. They don't think you're dirty. You just have cockroach parties. It's different.
cockroach and mice, we don't have them. You know what I'm saying? But like we were, I never forget one time we had like elementary school. We had like it was like four desks, like four student desks, like at a table, and like there was like a roach ran across the table, and like I immediately blamed on another kid. It's like, ew, you got roaches like that. Like I'm pretty sure it came out of my book bag. Like I'm pretty sure.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying. That's those hissing cockroaches. I've only seen them once, or flying ones rather, and it was in Jamaica. We went down to like Chisholm Avenue, where like some of the old family members are staying. And I guess we were staying there for a night. I was very young. I was like 4 or 5. And I remember seeing a flying cockroach, and I was like, "Oh no!" That's like I had no idea that existed. To this day, they freak me out. I think I told you before. I never like by choice ate a cockroach, but I definitely woke up with a cockroach in my mouth once. That was bad. That sucked.
Your mouth has seen some shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was
What happened? Were you in Jamaica? Or was you just where were you at? What happened?
I was at my grandmother's in the Bronx, and but I was older at this point. I would have been like 17 or 18, and there's always waves of cockroach. I don't know if infestation is the right word or not, but for the most part, my grandma very clean.
Yeah.
But that situation just in the Bronx.
Did she live in like a building or
Yeah,
other apartment? Okay,
yeah. So
yes.
it's like,
She
yeah,
knew
you
about
can't
that.
really help it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to my grandma. She had pride in her cleanliness, and she was very clean. But sometimes the roaches they'd have their ways for like a good week.
Yeah.
And they caught me slipping. Like I was sleeping, and then like I woke up with like a sensation on my tongue, and then like it was a cockroach. I spit it out, and I think I maybe like chewed a little bit because it was dead when I spit it out. Sucked, bro. Like it was ugh.
uh, and listen, if it makes you feel better, in some countries that's a delicacy. They're
That's
like
true. That's true.
they fry them up and eat them. You know.
They probably can taste decent. I feel like in some situations, like if you have like a cockroach cake, like if you have like a soft meal, and if you're like me, you like an element of crunch, you like eating something with like pistachios and all that, cockroaches may be the move.
Like instead of putting walnuts in my oatmeal, I just put some roaches. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, try it out. I'm not gonna try that out. I'm not gonna try that out.
Did you see that there were people? I don't know how real this was, but you know, like the whole invasion of the cicadas. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You seen people like frying them up and eating them. I've seen that recently.
you know what? I kind of get that.
Yeah.
They're very much because they have like in volume wise, they're kind of thick, like the thick bugs, and like in terms of like it will give you protein, I imagine. I could see that being like if we didn't think it was weird, I could see that being a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like
That
Mr.
could be
Peanut selling cicadas and all that. I think that would be a thing if we just domesticated them or whatever.
that could be the way we get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just by eating them.
Oh,
Yeah. See, people want to figure out like they always come and we can't get just got to eat them.
that's I
It's just
love
like
that. That's the plan for most things we want to get rid of. Of like, oh yeah, you want to get rid of lantern flies? Eat them.
we should just eat the police. Police reform. Defund the police. Just eat them all. Just start eating officers.
Hey man, you don't taste very good. You taste like injustice.
You tastes like systematic racism.
Damn.
Oh,
What you
that
been up
be
to,
that.
bro?
Oh shit, man! I had a show last night. With the
Yeah.
good homie Jim Bryan.
Mm.
Um, so the Church of Satire, they have like this outdoor thing going on in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's in Hanover, right?
No, this shit. They had this outdoor show in a place called Ortana, Pennsylvania.
I didn't know that existed.
Bro, I mean, it's like I even said it last night. I was like, I feel like this is the part of Pennsylvania where I'm not welcome. Like it was just like it was like I felt like it was close to West Virginia. That's how I felt. You know
You
what I mean?
probably
Like,
were, yeah.
yeah, it was cool though, man. It was I got the headline, you know what I'm saying? I did
Nice.
like 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
it was fun. You know, it was a lot of fun, man. I got to work on some new jokes and, hit him with some
Mm.
old bangers, you know what I'm saying? So last night was a good night, you know what I'm saying?
The crowd was cool. There weren't any weird comments afterwards, like, let me touch that nice full head of hair.
No, I don't play that shit. I don't give up that kind of energy that you can touch my hair. I
Mm.
don't I'll fight, you know that. It was look, speaking of fight, um, damn, Pat was there, producer Pat was there, yo. We did a show. I don't know if I told you about this. We did a show probably like 2 weeks ago with like Gary and Limoge and them, right? And it was like this heckler. Did I tell you about this guy?
No.
This guy, he heckled 7 comedians in a row. Him and his wife were just drunk.
It's a good track
Wouldn't
record right there. It's good.
wouldn't shut up. Like, shout out to Mike O'Donnell. Mike literally like 75% of his set was just like making fun of him. You know what I mean? Like trying to get them to shut up and understand you're not supposed to be doing this. And they just did not comprehend what was going on.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And like, so I went up last and it was just like, I was just fed up. Like I was just fed up with this guy. So I remember I was performing. This guy walks up to the bar. As he's walking back to his seat, he kind of like just stands close to the stage and like just standing there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, fuck are you doing, dog? Like, this is not your time to shine right now. Like, and I kind of like gave him like, I wasn't like joking around. I was kind of aggressive with this guy.
While
You
you
know
were
what I
on
mean?
stage?
Yes, I was on stage. I've been up there for like a minute and a half, and I was just like, yo, you're gonna sit the fuck down and you're gonna shut up. Like, I'm not making no jokes about you. I'm not playing no games with you.
Mm.
Like, I was giving him the energy, like, I will fight you, bro. Like, like, so I'm luckily last night I didn't have to do that to anybody, but this guy really had me ready to put the microphone down and step outside with him. Like,
and for my closer, a headlock. That's
so look, during the rest of my whole set, it was great because him and his wife, they didn't say nothing, they didn't laugh. It was perfect. I was like, I don't care if y'all laugh, just don't talk. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man,
it worked out great for me.
Kind of a nice little flirtation right there. It's like, damn, they really did shut us up. Maybe we do want a third in the bedroom. I don't know, man. I mean, that's something they were aiming for.
Look, and then after the show though, they did the whole, oh, you were so funny. Oh, thank you. Woody, woody, woo. You know, that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, shut up. Get out of here, y'all. Drunk ass motherfuckers, man. Like,
damn, heckling for like 7 comics straight.
they were consistent, man.
I almost want to like applaud it. Like,
they were consistent.
It's like, all right, that's wow, you really some diligent heckling right there.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna go on a limb and say they've never been to a comedy show. They were clearly drunk, but to go to a comedy show and think that you were just supposed to talk, they thought they were helping or something. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, you're supposed to just be quiet and laugh. That's it.
I don't, you know what, they say that for people that disrupt comedy shows and we give them that leniency. When is that ever appropriate in other situations though? Like, let's say like slam poetry. You never start talking during someone's slam poetry, like, no, I'm helping sort of thing. Like that, you wouldn't even make that connection. So why do people do it with comedy? I guess because it's a little bit more loose. But I never was a fan of that logic.
I think it's because everybody thinks they're funny.
That's true.
Not everybody's like, oh, I'm a slam poet, but everybody's like, oh, I got some jokes. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't have the jokes. Like, you may be funny to your friends at a cookout when you guys are all drunk, but this is different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
Structured comedy, stand-up comedy. That's I haven't ran into that in a while. I guess just from not seeing as many people, but that is a very real thing. Like I always say, like, every time you go to a party, there's at least one person that says like, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking of doing stand up, or I'd like to do stand up," sort of thing. Like if you ask like 10 people, at least 2 people are going to give that response.
Yeah.
So one, it's always taking pride of like, "Oh yeah, well, we actually do it, and like we're actually
Right.
like on stage and shit." But I'm always interested to see if those people get on stage, what it would be like. My mind would default is to say like, "Oh, they're probably not going to be very good, especially if it's their first time." But it is almost like a nightmare vision of them going up there and killing, like just doing very well. It's like, damn, all right, that was a fair self-assessment on your end. You're very funny.
Look, I think that I've seen people go up there like for the first time or like at an open mic or something, and they've been funny. And you can be funny, but to be consistently funny with structured material, it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like open mic, you may get 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You can fart around for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell a story you had in your mind for your whole life for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, but to consistently and all the time get on stage and keep doing it and growing, writing material, writing jokes is different than just being that funny guy in the barbershop. It's completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like it
damn.
takes talent. It takes talent. You know.
That's what we got to do. Anytime we run into someone, like we're at a barbershop, because I know a few barbers there. Ooh, we just got to bring a microphone in, just like have one in the pocket. Just like, oh, you thought that little comment was pretty funny. There you go, sir. And just get a crowd around them.
That might end up being like a really good show.
Yeah,
Like
that
if
may
probably
backfire. That may
like if you
backfire.
probably like pitch that to HBO, what we're going to do is just going to go to barbershops in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Set up a microphone, have them just talk freely. You know what I'm saying? That might be a good show.
That actually, we may be onto something with this.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Man.
I was going to ask you, how was that show you did with Mike Barbiglia at
Yeah,
Texas
man.
Max?
It was cool. It was cool. 2 shows. The first one sold out. I think second one sold out too. It was solid. It was solid. It was like they had it. I didn't realize they were doing it on the pavilion, like
Mm-hmm.
the outside. Like I thought it was just like the outside section I've done before. It wasn't. It was like straight up pavilion. People brought their own lawn chairs. It was like packed out on the steel stacks. It was nice. They had me on the jumbotron, which
Yeah.
which I didn't realize during my set. I was like, oh, something's happening from the side of me. And I realized like, oh snap, that's me. Um, it was cool, man. And they were cool too. It was surprise Chris Gethard ended up featuring.
Oh,
I,
shoot.
I, I came through, I was like, oh, so who's featuring? They're like, oh, Chris Gethard. I was like, oh. That's like I was like, because I've told you before, like I'm like super familiar with his stuff and all that.
Right.
So that was cool. They were both really kind and all that stuff, and it was a good experience. Yeah.
Good, man. Good. That's those you got. I see you got your pictures, and I also see you put it on Facebook. I
Yeah,
like it.
that's it. That's I got to give you credit because I wasn't gonna post it on Facebook at all, to let people know about the show. And I did like day of, like a Saturday after we finished recording,
Yeah.
and then like people from that post showed up. Like a lot of people from that post showed up,
You
and
got you got pulled.
yeah, I posted one photo of those like me performing on the jumbotron. The photo I posted, that was from someone who saw the post. It was like, oh, all right, well that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the power of social media. Sometimes it does very good. So yeah, shout to you for that one. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget in terms of like I need little reminders of like, yeah, you self promote that, or yeah, do that sort of thing. So that was good that I got that the day before it.
Especially when you have shows in your hood, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like it's always like I kind of got into like it's just like second nature with me. Like I kind of get like I post about shows like a day or two in advance, just kind of just like second, you know. So because there will be people that want to see you perform that haven't seen you in a year because of pandemic or whatever's going on. But like people want to see you perform, and like I told you, man, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's clout, but it's just kind of like people know, like, oh, Kirk out here moving. Maybe I want to put Kirk on the show, you know. So it's
Right.
just like it's only positive things that come from that, you know.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good move. I probably would have regretted it if I didn't do it like a week from now. Like if I
Yeah,
was like here now and I didn't do it. But yeah, no, it was a good show and all that stuff. It was Mike Bigley, he killed it. Same with Gethard, same with your boy. So yeah, and it's always cool with like 2 shows too. I think we talked about this before of like you have one show, it's like, all right, you do that, it's cool. What are things that I could do to improve it, or what are things I could tweak? And then that second show just it's like
Fire.
yeah, it's just like damn. I miss doing like two shows in a row. It's been a while. I
Yeah.
think this is the first time post COVID that I did like two back to back. So I was like, all right, that was a nice feeling.
So something you mentioned that I think is very important. The fact that you were able to grow from one set to the next, like instantly, that just shows you how affected comedians are and were from the pandemic, because so much of us getting better at our craft is simply just doing it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's just like, yo, could you imagine if we didn't lose that year and some change? You know what I'm saying? How much better we would be at comedy? Like, I think about that a lot, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think, yeah, that could be better. I think there's probably some pros in there too. There's some silver linings of like even taking that space and being a little more introspective and being able to like pull from different experiences because you're not constantly out there doing it. But yeah,
Yeah,
mostly speaking though, yeah, I do think we kind of lost a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was telling my homie the other day, and he was talking. We were just talking about me doing comedy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's not a comedian at all. You know what I'm saying? And he
So
was
like he's unfunny.
he's a funny guy.
He's
He's
not
one of our
funny at all.
he's he's a barbershop funny guy.
uh,
He's a funny guy, but he's not a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
damn, taking
And
shots at him. All right.
no, that's my dog. He know it. But it's just like yeah, like I said, I expressed this to you before. Like for me, so much of me just writing jokes, which I kind of got way better at it. I had to, but me writing jokes was just going to shows, going to open mics. Like I literally, it's not like I can't write a joke without performing at the same time. But I need to like I don't know. It's like a rhythm I'm in, and like I need to know what hits, and I need to so I can know where to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to be back out here in the streets
Hmm.
definitely has helped my comedy. Like it's
Yeah, that's a good way to frame it too. Going there, knowing where to go with it. Because there's times where it's like you may not know something's like really hitting that well, or you may not even recognize like how good something is until you actually try it. Then that's when you know what to build off on. That's what you know what to focus on while you're on there. So
man.
yeah, there's definitely some credence to that. In terms of focus, we I saw some news that there was some focus being placed on someone, and it wasn't in a good way. Do you hear about this Chrissy Teigen story, bro?
Wait, no, I didn't hear what happened.
All right, so I've been following this one this week. So apparently, Chrissy Teigen, she sent, it was years ago, I guess, when she was 25, and she sent DMs to what's the person's name? Christy, I think Schroden. Do you remember this girl? Like it was a few years ago. It was like she was 16 and she married like a 51-year-old actor from a show. It was like in California where it was legal. Like so it was fine. It was totally legal. Morally, it was like but she did that and she was a big thing for a while. And then I guess tweets started coming out now of like Chrissy Teigen sending her messages telling her to kill herself.
Oh,
Like
snap.
take a dirt nap. Uh and it was like, yo, the girl, granted, it was kind of a wild situation. People weren't really approving of her marrying the dude, but and then again, she was a 16-year-old girl. So Chrissy Teigen, who was adults at the time, were sending these messages, and it's led to a few departments dropping Chrissy Teigen's products. I don't know if you saw any of those.
Nah, I didn't. I really haven't. I haven't seen anything because I know that Chrissy Teigen. I'm pretty sure she got off Twitter a couple months ago. So I
Uh,
haven't. I think she has, but I haven't seen like yeah. To tell first of all, to tell anybody to kill themselves is wrong. Like that's crazy. First of all, and it's a child. Like
yeah,
you can't do that. I don't care how long ago it was. Like this, like yeah, I know that like comedians get canceled or not canceled, but they get in hot water for jokes they made years ago and things like that. But they ain't go tell nobody. Tell somebody to go kill themselves. I don't care how old you are. That's
yeah.
wrong. That's just wrong. I don't care how long ago it was. That's wrong.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that's coming up now because she's been pretty vocal in the past about edifying society in a lot of ways and kind of doing a public call outs of like what should and shouldn't be done. So I think people are being a little bit extra critical of this one. given that it's just kind of her past. And that
Yeah.
seems to always be the case. It's always like, you take a risk a lot of times in being outspoken for what's people may deem as right, because then it's putting you on a pedestal of like, okay, well, this has to be, you have to live by that code now. If you're going after people with like, the flaws left and right, you have to kind of abide by those codes. And then when you don't, the ramifications could be a little bit more extreme, as we're seeing now with her being pulled from certain departments.
So I think that a lot of people, how do I explain this? So I think that maybe she's so hard on people because she knows who she was back in the day.
Could
So
be.
I feel like his insecurities coming out. So she probably be trying to get on people and get on their shit because she knows that she got some shit with her. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
it's always the people that have skeletons in their closet that are pointing fingers at everybody else. Those are the people, like when you see somebody like real hard on the cause and things like that, just got like, well, why are you like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's up with you? I'm not saying this is for everybody, but maybe for people like her, she's probably going so hard because she knows how bad she has been in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Could
So,
be.
so like for me, look, I vocalized this to you before in the podcast. I don't know if you remember, but like I'm big on the protect Black women and uplift our sisters and our queens and all that. I'm big on that.
All right.
Big reason why is because in my past I wasn't shit to women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
I have done so many wrong things. Like I was a womanizer having sex with this woman, lying to this woman, doing all, you know what I'm saying? Doing all these things. Like
Sounds like
I'm
a
just
song. Yeah, my bad.
being a womanizer, lying to him, womanizing. Like, but I'm telling you, I realize it. Like, yo, I've done so many wrong things. It's kind of like, I'm not saying I'm trying to make up for it, but it's like, yo, I gotta go hard because I've done so wrong. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
see the other side of it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, that's, or can we fault something like a Chris Teigen in this situation if it is a matter of her righting her wrongs? If you put it in that sort of context of like, okay, I acknowledge I've done these things in the past, or I may have felt this way and kind of said these words that may have been hurtful, and now I'm kind of going the polar opposite. When you see it from that lens, it seems a little bit more redeeming. It's just it is kind of hard to digest the send that to a 16-year-old girl. It's like, geez, that's
Did
a.
she did she apologize?
I don't know if she did like a I think, like you said, she canceled her Twitter, so I don't know if she did or not. So I can't say for sure. I'm sure she did. I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think it was like right after sending her like kill yourself. My bad. It wasn't anything like that. It was like years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I have a soft spot in my heart for, I think, any sort of how do I frame this in the correct way? Um, Child abuse in general, yes, I have a soft spot for that, and just like that's something I'm just I'd be an advocate for stopping. I mean, who wouldn't? But when it comes to like teenagers, I have a very soft spot in my heart for that. Like whenever you see like adults um, criticizing teenagers or telling them something along those lines of kill themselves, because I remember it was very like a, lack of better words, transformative years, and you're very vulnerable around that time. You're trying to like grow into your shoes, and a lot of times you don't really have the guidance for it. And any sort of criticism you take, you really take it to heart, and it sticks with you. So I have a soft spot when I hear stories like that, whether they're famous or not, of like, damn, you're 16 years old and an adult, a famous
Yeah.
adult tells you that. It's like, all right, it
So,
makes you treat people differently.
so how long ago? How old is Chrissy Teigen now? How long ago was this?
I think it was like, it would have been less than 10 years ago. I
Okay.
don't know exactly. I think it was like 8, 7 years ago. I
So was
remember
she famous when she messaged this chick?
she would have been like Victoria's Secret. So I don't know if she was married to John Legend yet, but like she was around. Like people were like, she had followers and all that too. So I guess she may have been on, what was that show she was on? It was the Deal or No Deal.
Oh, I don't even know what she was on. I just know
Yeah.
that she was John Legend's backup dancer in the video, and that's how they met.
Oh,
And that's all I know.
shout out to her for being multi talented. I didn't know she was a backup dancer. That's cool.
Yeah, she was. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if she was a backup dancer, but she was in the video,
Oh,
and that's how they met on the set of his video. I do know that.
oh, all right. You're reading John Legend. What was it, John Legend? You're reading his biography.
No, no, it was crazy because they were talking about it before because they vocalized this, but like the reason I noticed because like they met that day on his video shoot and they got it in that day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And now they're happily married. And it's always like this big thing on social media, like should you do it on the first date or not? Oh, like it worked for them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, like it can work for certain people and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, not to completely push Chrissy Teigen to the side or anything like that, or be like, go away, Chrissy Teigen. But yeah, but this is one of those cases. But let's hopefully people grow from it, sort of thing, or not. I have no idea how the world works sometimes, bro.
I,
Wow,
you
that
know,
hurt.
you know who I think doesn't know how the world works?
Ooh.
That's the CDC.
Oh yeah, they
Pretty
make it
sure
happen. Yeah.
CDC they put a thing out saying that people, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear masks outdoors and in some indoor spaces. You know what I'm saying now? And they were like, and people were like, well, how are we going to know who's vaccinated? And they were like, well, just use the honor system. Like, that's not how the world works, buddy.
Yeah.
People are not going to be honest about if they're vaccinated or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Should we? I was thinking like one of our, we got the new logo going and all that stuff, and we're trying to think of different merch ideas. If we sell Vax cards with the logo on it, could be a good seller.
if you want to go to jail, I'm pretty sure I literally seen I seen a employee at a Walgreens in New York. They got arrested for selling fake vaccine cards.
Damn. People are trying to knock the hustle. What's up with that?
Look, they were only selling for $25. Only.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, yeah, but public health wise, it's kind of a terrible thing, sure. Like in terms of like the entrepreneurship that comes with it, I'm like, all right, I kind of respect that.
Yeah. At least $200. $200 a card. Listen, take it or leave it.
You get a fake driver's license for like $75. So like you would think they would raise the prices a little bit of a Vax card, but
Yeah,
25, not a terrible deal.
that's too cheap, man. I had a fake ID too when I was 18 that said I was 21.
Oh damn. You,
Yeah,
you know
go ahead.
it's cheaper than $25. Just getting the vaccination. I'm pretty sure it's free. You could just do that too. That's an option.
Look, people are crazy though. I heard that somebody said if you put a what is it called? A magnet. If you put a magnet on the spot where you're vaccinated at, the magnet will stick to you because it's magnetized. Your arms are magnetized now. I was like, stop it.
I'm
Stop it. Okay.
man,
Stop.
have you tried it yet?
Yes.
Did it work?
No, it
Oh
don't work.
man. I don't know. We got different ones though. I got the Johnson Johnson, so I'm gonna try that afterwards. I hit the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's nice magnets.
Kirk
Damn.
just stuck to the refrigerator.
Damn it, I had plans today. Damn it, Johnson Johnson. Stuck to the fridge. That
People
would
are
be cool though.
ridiculous. People are ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I assume like some sort of number is going to populate on my arm eventually from where I got the shot. I assume it's going to be like an expiration date. It's going to pop up. Kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm listening. I seen it, but it said like 60%. I think 60% of the country is vaccinated now.
Oh.
Pretty sure it's 60%. So it's good. Listen, man, I was thinking about it. I'm happy that the people that are close to me, the people that I see on a daily basis, they vaccinated.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody else do. Like I don't care anymore. Like
Yeah.
if we get it, we cool, right? That's what this is
Right.
supposed to happen. We get it, we cool. I don't care what y'all do. Go ahead, have fun.
It was nice, like at the Barbicola show, there was that moment where like everyone came in and like we all made eye contact, like, are we all vaxxed? And we all took it off at the same time. I was like, whoa, we're indoors and all that stuff.
Start kissing
Each other's faces. Yeah. Sharing food and stuff. I'm like, whoa, this is the first time doing this in a while. Yeah, man. What's that?
Shake hands.
Yeah, no, well, we didn't get that far. We did elbows and that, yeah. I still have it. I was at an outing last night. and I didn't shake people's hands until the end. By the end, I was like, all right, well, we've been talking each other's faces for a while. The psychological barrier has been conquered. But in the beginning, I was like, how are you doing? Hello. Like I was breaking people off with some heavy nods, which I may keep that going. I kind of like it.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to the nodding thing, I kind of feel self-conscious about when I nod to Asian people because I don't want them to think that like I'm trying to like appropriate their culture. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I kind of just be like, hi, hey. So like I don't want to. I want to be like, hi. Like, I don't know. I just feel weird about doing it. I don't want them to think that I'm being like condescending or anything. Am I
Yeah.
weird for this?
I felt weird when I bowed to a jujitsu instructor once. So yeah, in the same realm, I kind of felt like, oh, okay, yeah, like I could see that. And I could also see them being like, look at this nerd waving at us. Hi.
Because I kind of it's like the same vibes when like a white person try to give me like the cool handshake, like yeah, yo, what's up, my brother? Like, hold on, buddy, this is our greeting. Relax, you know what I mean? I don't want them thinking that about me, you know.
My stepdad's his father, nice guy. Ever since I was like young, I would see him come in. He'd greet everyone, hello, Carolyn, hello. He'd come over to me, my man.
On
I
the
was like,
black man
oh
side,
yeah. I think at one point he may have broke me off. Like, give me some skin. I was like, oh dude.
you job turkey.
Oh goodness. Um,
That's the worst, man. I hate it.
yeah, we're gonna get in proper suggestions. Before we do though, I got an ultimate prop suggestion that goes beyond this segment. I'm not going to pretend to be a connoisseur of what's going on in the Middle East right now with Israel and Palestine. Yeah, we see what's going on. We read articles, but there's a deep history behind it that I don't know if I'm fully equipped to get into and pay with respect. I will say though, for those listening and all that, remember that there's a difference between the government and people that are ruling and are following through with actions and citizens. So we're starting to see a little bit more in terms of anti-Semitism, um, in terms like for Jewish people around the world, I imagine. And just remember that that's not the way to go about that. Go about there, try to read up on it, and if you want to learn more about it, educate yourself. But let's just remember that there's a difference between leadership that are following through with actions that you may not like, and there's a difference between the people within that aren't necessarily okay with it or not. So keep that in mind. Shout out to the people all over the world and all that, man. I realize that's a very novice take on it, but I want to put that
Yeah.
out there.
No. I'm glad you said that, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really spoken about it because I'm not well informed. You know what I'm saying? I understand what's going on, but I ain't gonna be the person out here. Yo, this is what it's. Yeah, what's bad is bad, and I'm just not well informed on that whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And continuously bad to like for years, like years sort of thing. So it's a deep history. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to them. But with that, let's get some prop suggestions. For this week's prop suggestion, I'm gonna give a shout out to Winding Way Bookshops in Lancaster. It's a bookshop in Lancaster, right next to where the Chameleon Club used to be. Shout out to the Chameleon Club. It's right on the upper floor. They have 2 floors there. Real cool shop. I found out that they're not all used books. I found that out yesterday. That was surprising. And definitely good sales and good customer service. Winding Way. That's my prop suggestion.
Finding way. Surprised you didn't go to the library instead.
They were closed. Trust me, I tried. I tried.
All right. Let me see. So my proper suggestion, I didn't get to check this out yet, but I'm definitely gonna check it out tonight after all the basketball games and after the kids go to sleep. I'm going to check out Sam J on HBO. Sam J is a black comedian.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? She's a writer, very funny. She has specials out. She has a new show called Pause with Sam J, and it's literally from the from the trailer, it just seems like she's just talking to other black comedians about issues in the world and what's going on and giving
Oh.
funny takes. So it's different. It's not like Michael Che's sketch thing. It seems like it's more dialogue, which I'm definitely interested to see because, like, talking about like racial injustices and systematic and just being black, and she's also gay. So it's a lot of things going on in the show. So I suggest people check that out on HBO.
HBO. She's talking to other comics, like other comics are in the crowd.
So it's just like they're like in a room.
Oh,
Like I seen Chanel Ali, she posted she's going to be on episode 4.
oh,
So yeah, it's just it's like it just seemed like it seemed like an after show hang. Is what
yeah.
it seems like. You know what I mean? Like they just chopping it up. You know what I
Damn,
mean? So
that sounds nice. Let me check that out myself.
yeah, so I want to check that out and see what's going on there. But yeah, that's my suggestion for this week. Some black comedy. Check it out.
Oh man, yo, how you feeling about the new logo?
I love it.
Yeah,
Listen, shout out to Jeff. You know what I'm saying? I think listen, man. The logo is definitely a good mixture of both of our hairs. Like
yeah, that's a that's a good combo right there. That's like it's now I'm like contractually obligated to not shave my head. I gotta keep this for at least another year.
yeah,
I can't go bald. I can't go bald now.
nope.
Shout to real game.
No, man. Listen, I love it. It looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's new. I mean, it's like, oh, what's that? Proper Ebonics. Look at
Yeah.
that hair.
Damn. Yeah. Once the stickers come out, I'm tagging everywhere. Every local bathroom in Chester County is gonna find out the Proper Ebonics podcast. Every juice bar, Whole Foods, they're all gonna know.
Every library on the East Coast, huh?
That's a given. That's a given. Damn, I got yelled at yesterday on some East Coast stuff. You know, I like to rep the East Coast. I said something that I enjoyed. I hyped myself up afterwards. I was like, aha, a nice little East Coast. And the person, the people I was with, they're like, oh yeah, like the shocker, like a sexual thing. I was like, you're disgusting. You're
two in the pink.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here. I mean, New York. That's what I mean with that. I don't like it.
That's what you keep throwing up gang signs around white people, Kirk.
How do you know? But yeah, there's. You're right. Actually, there were. Yeah, it was. I was like, I don't like the idea like when people repurpose signals like hand gestures, like we saw earlier with like the white supremacists. Apparently, I don't know if we got to bleep this out, but this means a-okay. Like, oh yeah, a-okay. I'll meet you at Nordstrom at 4:00. But then the white supremacists, they took it over. It's like a-okay, we're gonna get them. Like that's. I don't care for that. And that means we can't throw this up. And I'm not gonna let the supremacists take away East Coast, those sexual deviants.
It means AOKKK.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's I don't know how they got that one. I don't know.
White people have repurposed a bunch of hand signals. So I had a guy one time, he did this to me. He was like, and I was just like, yeah, man, woo, yeah. It's like I feel like it's like a rocker, like, yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to rock and party. But I think he meant like some devil shit. Like I think he meant like I'm the Satan motherfucker. Like it was like it was like a weird. It wasn't like, wait, you don't mean like woo, let's party. You mean like down with the devil. You know what I mean? It
sounds like two of the same things. I don't know, man. It sounds like kind of two of the same. I think that's the same thing. This is part of the rock and roll lifestyle that you weren't prepared for.
Yeah, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hip to all the signals. You know what I'm saying, like, as a black person, you realize though, like, because of I don't know, maybe because of gang culture. Like, I'm not from a place where there's the gangs and shit, but like, you just know that you just don't be throwing up hand signals. It's just not something that we do. Like, you may get your head blown off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Yeah.
You know, I was just in LA. I can't be in LA like, hey, what's up? What's up, man? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm trying to live out here.
I don't want to get shot. I don't want to be a part of gang violence. But if I am a part of gang violence, I hope it's because I'm throwing up the East Coast on the West Side. You know what it is. I actually hope that's from that instance. I was like, well, I was repping, and I rep my block hard. So yeah,
rep my block hard.
Block hard.
You know what I always thought was weird about the whole East Coast West Coast beef was that Tupac is from the East Coast.
He's from the Bronx.
I just don't understand. He from the Bronx, went to school in Baltimore. He's like an East Coast dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the weirdest thing. It's like and also, what's his name? Corrupt. You know, Corrupt?
Yeah.
He's from Philly.
Oh. He looks like he's from Philly.
Corrupt lived in Philly till he was like 16.
Oh. I feel like when I look back at like East Coast, West Coast with Tupac and Biggie, it was all theatrical. Not all, but like a lot of it felt very theatrical. Like, all right, well, this is our side. We side with Snoop. We side with Pac. Well, I'm Puff Daddy. I'm going to side with Biggie Smalls. And then it was very much like playing for the magazines, and the magazines hyped it up themselves as well. Tupac was a theatrical person. Like he did. Was it Juilliard that he went to?
Yeah, he went to. I don't think it was Juilliard, but I'm pretty sure he went to an acting high school along with Jada Pinkett in Baltimore.
Yeah, so it's like I think branding as well. They probably recognize like, okay, well, this helps the image that we're going for. So when you look at it from that lens too, like, all right, that's I wonder if that were to happen now, if there were East Coast West Coast rivalry. I think through social media and just awareness, we would be able to see, or maybe it just must be in adults, we'd be able to recognize like, oh, they're playing a role right now. They're getting people to talk about them. It's like when UFC fighters and boxers go after one another. It's weird to think of it in that way.
But the difference is with rappers is they actually shoot each other.
Like yeah, they take it a little. They take it a step further. They take it. They need to hit up like a jujitsu bar or something like that. But I don't. They always say like, oh, let's go outside and box. I think the game is a big proponent of that. He's like, yo, meet me outside the Staples Center. We're gonna box.
He wanted to fight. He wanted Game put a thing out saying he wanted to fight him and his brother.
Yeah,
he wanted to fight
the
Jake
Paul
and
brothers. Yeah, the Logan. Yeah, which at this point, honestly, it seems like a corny move on Game's part. I mean, don't shoot me the game. But like honestly, like at those two, it's clear if you call them out, you're doing it to get people to talk about you, and you recognize how much money they track in. So I think people just look like cornballs when they call them out. It's like they're not actually professional fighters within the realm of boxing. They're professional fighters within the realm of YouTube boxing and celebrity boxing. And I guess they're celebrities as well, the game, but it just seems corny when that happens.
The Game has got a pretty good reputation for himself on social media by being corny. Like
is it?
He's been listen. He's a great rapper. I'm not never take that away from him. That his first album, I still listen to. Shit's fire. You know what I mean? But
I'm ready to die. I'm on a reasonable doubt. Smoke chronic, hit and doggy style before I go out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent, helped him. That shit was a great album.
Yeah.
But like recently on social media, he turned into a clown. Like he's really been doing some clown things. He be tweeting some weird stuff, yo. Like I don't know what he's doing on Instagram no more because he blocked me a while ago. But like he be doing some clown things, yo. It's just like, yo, just put some music out, bro. Like
yeah,
doing a lot of clown stuff.
I'm not surprised. A Game. I think he's a good rapper, and the documentary was an entertaining album. And 300 bars and running, one like that 18-minute disc record that he dropped. It was cool, but like I never really I heard him in interviews, I never really vibed with it too well. But who knows? Maybe if I hang out with him, it'll be different. It'll be a different circumstances.
Some weird shit. That's all.
I'm about to head out in a little bit. I gotta stop by my buddy Alex's. I'm dog sitting at the end of the month in June, but I have to start going every other week to match up with the dog Stella, because Stella does not like me. So Stella's a pit bull.
Does Stella only not like you, or does Stella doesn't like a lot of people?
Stella doesn't like a lot of people. So we're trying to get Stella to warm up to me by the end of June. So I stop in there periodically, and this is one of them. I'm gonna give treats to Stella and Midas. Shout out to Midas. So I'm gonna be doing that for the day. What are you getting into?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I am in heaven right now because all weekend is just playoff basketball. It's it's like 4 games today and tomorrow, and they start at like 1:00. I'm gonna kick back. I'm chillaxing. I got me some wine. I'm gonna be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that sounds like such a good day. Such a good day. Wow, and it's Saturday too. Damn.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going nowhere. I'm chilling.
Damn, good shit, man. Well, I hope that works out for you. Do you want to promote anything or anything like that? Peep the logo. That's what you peep the logo. That's
the logo is good. Follow us, subscribe, like, share, comment, twerk, whatever you want to do.
Work on that. Yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah, but it was definitely good chopping it up with you, good brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the insight. I'll drop a little secret information. It's your boy may be doing some follow up from last week in New Jersey tomorrow. Your boy may be he may be part two, maybe part two.
I'll be waiting on Facebook to see what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna post it.
All right, you have to. You gotta show them. It's progress too. Now they're gonna be like, yo, he opens up for Mark Vermillion now,
Yeah.
all across the country. That's what they're gonna think.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But good stuff, man. I'll chat you up later. PE, like, subscribe, to work.
Peace.